Hello, my name is Mustafa Cıngı. I am a faculty member at Erciyes University, Faculty of Communication. In 2018, as a part of Erasmus teaching staff mobility, I spent 1 week teaching at Wisconsin. I've met Professor Christine Cıngı there, and we stayed in touch afterwards. First of all, I would like to thank him for inviting me to this conference. I'm very happy to be back under the roof of the Wisconsin for the Communication Culture Conference, even it is online. I would like to start my presentation. The title of my paper is What are the key skills of social media experts? A content analysis on job postings of communication agencies in Turkey. Let me explain why I am doing such a study. At the faculty, our students mostly say, if I cannot find a job, I will work as a social media expert. A large number of young people and adolescents who use social media intensively in Turkey also say, I am a social media expert. But is it that easy to become a social media expert? Who deserves the title of social media expert if they have which qualifications? As a team in my faculty, we wanted to investigate this. We have prepared a comprehensive project and we have just started researching. The research I am telling you about now is part of the document analysis phase of this large-scale project. In this analysis, I made an analysis on the bigumigu.net website. Bigumigu is a website where only communication agencies in Turkey post their job postings. We call all agencies such as social media agencies, advertising agencies, digital marketing agencies, PR agencies as communication agencies. There are 2 other websites like this one where only communication agencies publish their job postings, but in this section I'm going to only tell you the results of the Bigumigu website. We excluded social media expert job postings on recruitment websites such as LinkedIn because in those postings there are some expectations such as executive assistant, office boy, or just graphic design. Since these are not directly in line with the purpose of the research, they are out of the scope. Therefore, our main assumption is this. If a person can work in a communication agency as a social media expert, we can qualify him or her as a social media expert. So we have only one research question. What are the key skills of social media experts? To see this, I conducted a content analysis on the Bigumigu website. A descriptive content analysis, this. For this, I saved the job postings published on the Bigumigu website for 1 year between 2022 and 2023 as PDFs. You are seeing one of these job postings right now. Most of the postings are in Turkish. I translated them into English and I'm going to present them to you in that way. We choose these years because we wanted to see also if there were some changes after the COVID-19 pandemic. When you start searching for a social media expert, you come across postings with many different titles. I excluded the positions you see on the screen right now from the scope of the research, such as digital project manager, digital media sales expert, digital sales manager, or internet editor, because these require more and different areas of expertise. As you can see, there are 31 position titles that I included in the research. Most of them are job postings such as social media expert and social media manager, but there are also job postings for positions such as content executive or TikTok content creator. I also included them in the main body. There were 129 job postings in total. 21 of them were the same job postings but on the different dates, so I deleted them, leaving 108 positions. In the research, I analyzed 108 job postings line by line on the MaxQDA 2020 analysis software. In the first phase, I coded a total of 1954 advertisements. For the reliability of the content analysis, I coded the same documents a second time. I combined many codes that I thought covered the same code. As a result of the second analysis, the number of codes became 1794. I started analyzing over this number. I first categorized these codes according to their working years. You can see them on the screen right now. Those with no experience, those looking for 1 to 2 years of experience, those looking for 3 to 4 years. Here, the colored labels like blue, purple, orange show the years. The black striped labels around them show the positions in the job postings. As you can see, in only one job posting, right next to none, the numbers in parentheses indicate the number of postings. Experience is not required. In 14 postings, 1 to 2 years of experience is required. These postings are usually titled junior. In 53 postings, we see that agencies require at least 3 years of experience. We can see that social media expert and social media manager vacancies are under this category. Even with these preliminary findings, we can say that if someone wants to say, hey, you know what, I'm a social media expert, they need at least 3 or 4 years of experience in a job. We can see more senior titles in the postings where 5 to 6 years of experience is required. For 7 years and above, we can see postings such as supervisor, group head, and director. I have divided the positions in job postings into 4 categories according to their experience. These are junior positions with none or 1 year experience, expert positions with 2 to 6 years experience, senior positions with 7 to 8 years experience, and finally director positions with 9 to 10 years experience or more years experience. Let's first take a look at the qualifications expected in all job postings. You can see on the screen right now we have 2 main categories. The first one is the expected social media qualifications category. In this category, there are codes that are directly related to social media practices. If there's information about the research process in the advertisement, I coded it under the research heading, under the heading research. If there is an information about planning in social media in the job posting, I coded it under the category strategy. I coded the parts related to the implementation process under the category running, and the parts related to measurement and evaluation under the category evaluate. Under the category production, I coded the tools used in the social media management process. For example, if a job posting states must use Google Analytics, I coded it under the Google Analytics code. When we look at this analysis, we can see that the following trends is coded 89 times under the main category research. In the main category strategy, we can see that content planning is coded 84 times. We can say that strategy development and following social media dynamics also stand out here. Under the running category, we can see that the phrase content creation is mentioned the most in the postings. I coded 70 times. Criteria such as analyzing, managing ads, account management, and campaign management are among the qualifications that agencies expect the most. In the evaluate section, agencies are waiting for the report of the social media work. What kind of result did we get? Let the social media expert present it to us by making presentation. If we make an evaluation on the basis of positions in the job postings title expert positions, we can see how much they highlight following trends, developing strategies, planning content, producing content, sharing and analyzing them. We do not see this emphasis in other positions. The second main category is expected personal qualifications. Here I coded the personal qualifications in the job postings. For example, under the category necessities, I recoded requirements such as military service or graduation requirements. Under the category agency, I coded information about the working environment. Under the category process management, I coded information about processes such as time management. Under the category skills, I coded expectations such as language skills and communication skills. Here we can see how much importance agencies attach to teamwork, or time management, or good personal communication skills, or speaking English, or being creative. There's an important finding here that caught my attention. According to these postings, graduating from university is not a very important criterion for social media expertise. Only 20 postings require a university degree. Of these, only 12 of them specified the field of study and 5 of them specified the faculty of communication. In other words, it is possible to say that agencies are not keen on graduation. On the next slide, you can see the personal qualifications expected according to the positions. Here we can see that English is emphasized, especially in the postings titled expert positions. We can also see that being creative and being a member of the team are also highlighted. And when we look at director positions, we can see that there are more codes related to team management than other codes. We can see that if a new graduate student or a young person wants to apply for a social media expert job, they have to apply for junior positions or expert positions. We can analyze the junior positions postings in more detail. We can see that planning content or following social media dynamics is very strongly emphasized. We can even see the details of the job posting right next to them. Job posting number 62 says, closely following social media dynamics. We see code analyze just below it. Job posting number 97 states able to report, analyze, and present. What draws my attention here is that the postings highlighted speaking English, time management, and being a team member. I think young people have some problems with time management and being a team member. I also know that in the faculty where I work, unfortunately, most of our students do not have sufficient English speaking skills. However, agencies are starting to look for this quality in junior postings. When we analyze the expert positions postings in more detail on social media skills, we see that the following trends, writing reports, making presentations, and analysis are also underlined. When we take a closer look at the expert positions, postings on personal expectations, we can see that managing the process well and working in a team spirit are emphasized. Here again, we see that speaking English comes to the fore. An interesting finding is that agencies also expect social media experts to have a mastery of Turkish. After all, most brands share their content in Turkish. It's necessary for the candidate to speak their own language well. To summarize, following these analyses, we can say it's not enough to post engaging content on Instagram to call yourself a social media expert. If you want to say you are a social media expert, you have to follow trends and agenda. You should be able to adapt these trends and agenda to your brand or client. You should be able to create a strategy and concept. You should plan social media content. You should be able to design these contents in a brand-specific way. You should be able to share them on appropriate social networks. You should be able to manage campaigns. You should be able to manage advertising. In this process, you should be able to use necessary applications such as Meta Business Suite, Analytics, or SEMrush. Then you should analyze and report them as data. You should present the report you have prepared in the form of a presentation. While doing this, you should manage your time well. You should follow up your work and work processes without delay. It can be easy to do things alone, but you should be able to work together with a team spirit if you want to work in an agency. You must have good personal communication skills. And most importantly, you should be able to write and speak English very well. And you shouldn't rely on the diploma you graduated with. You need experience. You need to get experience by doing internships, taking part in workshops at school, or working part-time. Only if you can do these things can you call yourself a social media expert. That's all for now. I presented you the analysis of the research I conducted on website bigumigu.net. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me via my email address here or through my website. Thank you for listening. Bye.